My name is Ronald Taylor, and I'd like to introduce my audience. This is my wife, Heather.
Hi.
And this is my daughter, Caitlin. I would like to talk to you all today about my degree, which is in business management. Who in here has seen the movie Boiler Room, Wolf of Wall Street, or Wall Street? Well, I know I have. Definitely seen the Wolf of Wall Street multiple times. So that's what we're going to talk today a little bit about, investing. This doesn't pertain really to just stocks such as NASDAQ and the NYSE, which is the New York Stock Exchange, but I'm also talking about investing in your 401k, your retirement, savings, investing in your future, trusting those who are handling your money on a day-to-day basis so that you can live the rest of your life to the fullest. There's been two people in the last several years who's made headlines, and not in a good way. Bernie Madoff. He swindled or caused $18 billion worth of damage doing a Ponzi scheme. That's when an organization gets returns from investors from new capital paid by new investors rather than using the profits gained as a way to pay them back. The other one has to deal with Wolf of Wall Street, who is Jordan Belfort. He used a penny stock scam and operated a boiler room tactics that swindled $200 million from investors. Both of these individuals made millions of dollars, some even billions. They invested in stocks, but they did it the wrong way. They took advantage. They sold for personal gain, and they had no interest in the investing parties. What they did was they found loopholes in the system. They used drugs, and they had provocative lifestyles. They used the SEC's startup with no knowledge as a way to fund their lavish lifestyles. So what were the consequences today? Well, for starters, Bernie Madoff got 150 years in jail. He lost his family. His son actually hung himself. They lost their friends. Of course, they lost the money. But more importantly, they were dishonest, and they lost their dignity. We have to find a way to manage our life and not only invest in business, but in the way we conduct ourselves. Madoff and Belfort started legit. They got greedy. Corruption and immortality called to them. They became dishonest, cheating, and they did it for their gain. So the big question remains, how do we invest our money correctly? Well, there's a couple things that I feel we have to do in order to do this. Number one is we have to have the right morals. We have to go into it knowing who's first, why we're doing it, and what we look to gain from it. We have to do our research. We have to study the companies that we're going to invest in. Study multiple companies. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, as the saying goes. You want to study multiple companies and spread the wealth. Don't have your money tied up into one stock that if it goes up, you're going to make tons of money, but if it goes down, you're going to lose everything. You want to have it spread out so that if one goes up and one goes down, at least you didn't lose nothing. That's the big key. The internet. Definitely want to use the internet. You can check past exchanges for that company. You can see trends in that company, whether the company has been going up or down over the past 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, doesn't matter. You can look at the data. You can see CEOs, what they're doing, any new product lines that are coming out that might make the market jump up. Anything that you can do to be due diligent. Never just let the broker tell you what's going on. Make sure you are aware of what's going on with your money at all times. We have to be able to understand the system. You can get rich on paper versus getting rich in hand. The brokers get paid via commission. It's their job to keep your money tied up in the stock system, where you're gaining money, but they're gaining cold cash in their hand, and you're getting money on paper that makes it seem like you're getting rich, but you always want to make sure that you know where that money is at and you know how it's being used. And the biggest thing is that no one knows what the market is actually going to do. The brokers don't know if the market's going to go up that day, down that day, to the left, right, or do circles. They have no idea. So you need to be able to watch the market, see what your money's doing, see the data, see the trends, use your diligence and your knowledge of the research that you've done, and have your money spread out enough that if the market goes up, you get rich. If it goes down, you didn't become poor. And there's two different kinds of chips or stocks, pretty much, that you can invest in. But you have to invest in what you feel comfortable in. There's the blue chip stocks, which are more stable, but they cost a lot of money, and they usually don't hardly fluctuate up or down enough to see a huge investment. These are brands such as Walmart, General Electric, Walt Disney, stuff like that. And then you have the penny stocks, the ones that are under a few dollars. They're a whole lot cheaper than the blue chip stocks, but they're a lot more risky. So these are like Groupon or SiriusXM Radio. They have the ability to jump really, really high, and you bought them really cheap, and you can sell them high. That's great. You'll make a bunch of money. But they also can drop really low or disintegrate in a few days, and then you're out that money. But just always remember that the stock market can crash, can always drop, and you can lose. So, as I said before, you want to make sure that you have your money saved up in savings and your retirement and your 401k that's going to be there. Thank you.